I slid out of bed and walked to the open window. I noticed the air conditioning wasn't working too well. It had been giving us problems before Ashland left for Montgomery, but now it was getting worse. I couldn't put it off until Sunday. I'd have to call them in the morning. In the meantime, my son had a fan in his room, and I could open a window in here. I glanced over my shoulder at the blonde cherub curled up on the pillow, his hand a fist, his pink lips perfect. He began sucking in his sleep. Yes, Mama's chunky boy loved to eat and drink, even in his sleep, apparently. I kissed his forehead and walked back to the window. It was a clear night out, and at least it was cool. I breathed in the cool air and scanned the scene. Then I froze. Muncie was down there. He was in my backyard garden. Muncie! I called down, glancing over my shoulder to make sure I didn't wake up the baby. He didn't stir at all. I turned back to the window. He was still there. Muncie in his white shirt, brown pants, and brown suspenders. He waved at me as if he wanted me to come down and see him. "I'm coming!" I half yelled, half whispered down to him. I left the window and slid my feet into my leopard print slippers, a Christmas gift from Mama this year. I'd thought they were horrible when she gave them to me, but now I couldn't imagine life without them. Who knew slippers were so useful? I quietly closed the door behind me and ran down the stairs. How can this be? How can Muncie be here? I don't see ghosts. Ashland does. I'm a dreamer, not a seer. Then the reasonable part of my brain began to warn me. Wait a minute, Carrie Jo. How can you be sure that's Muncie? You couldn't see him that well. That was true. I paused at the back door. These were French doors, and I could easily see into the backyard. But no one could get in there, not unless they came through the gate or climbed the 8-foot privacy fence. That had been Ashland's idea. I felt my heart beating faster as I reached for the gold-toned door handle. I turned it and stepped out into the night. There he was. It was indeed Muncie. He stood in the corner of the yard near the back fence. The wind blew around him, but his clothes did not move with it. It was like he had stepped over into this world but wasn't ruled by the laws we were here in the land of the living.